Hey guys, my name is Maurice. I'm an educator and local indie comic artist, and in today's episode, we're going to talk about what I call the Forever Project. What's that? Do you have a project you've been working on for years, but you're always telling your friends about the characters, the world building, but haven't really started finalizing your pages yet? What you might have on your hands is what me and my friends like to call the Forever Project. So, story time real quick. I want to tell you a story about a comic I wrote in about 2015, I think? 15. I drew this weird looking monkey with a moon chain around his neck. I loved the design so much I had to write a story for him. I began brainstorming and writing for several months. I remember being on lunch breaks writing issue after issue until I had 6-issue script with a few character sketches and several story notes. I even got to the point where I had a 6 issues thumbnailed and ready for penciling. But then I started to feel like the story didn't make sense and this theme didn't make sense. This character didn't fit in. Why would my character do that? This is drawn poorly. I don't like this character's hair design. So I restarted and redrew and redesigned several aspects of the comic. I wanted my first debut to be a home run. My first graphic novel needed to be the best thing I have done up until that point. But I wasn't living in reality, right? I found myself stressing over every line, every wrong camera shot, perspective, anatomy, everything. After weeks, I had 3 pages I felt good about. 3 pages of a 100-page story. No way. I had so far to go, and it's so much. What if people hated it? There was a convention I wanted to attend, but I had nothing but a few fine arts to sell. I felt terrible. I wanted my stories, but I wasn't ready. So I decided to write another story that I could get done in a short amount of time. I did it, and well before the event, too. I felt like I abandoned my beloved characters. Turns out tons of folks liked the short story I created. That deadline really helped me. I still went back to doing Monkey and Moon and tried making it better and stuff with every edit. Still didn't feel right. What if I told a short story about how he got a spaceship? Wouldn't that be cool? How many pages? Let's do 5. That's really doable. What's the story? What do I want to have done with this one? How am I going to sell this to folks? Well, time to get to the drawing board. I wrote out a looser script with room to change words and expressions, began thumbnailing a tight 5 pages. My compositions felt more focused. I knew I could finish this, and I did. I called it Friendship Set Sail. It was going to be a part of a book of my sketches, and it was going to sell it online by a specific date. The rest is history, and you can download that story here. So, here's a few questions that I want you to ask yourself, questions that help me get that project done. Is this project too big? Do I have help? Can I finish it in a reasonable time? A deadline may help you. Have I prepared myself for the amount of work, the level of research that I have to do? If you don't have solid answers to these questions, what you might have in your hand is a forever project. And that's okay if, you don't want to sell anything. But if you do, you need to get things done. Don't get me wrong. Continue to challenge yourself as an artist, but those challenges need to be reachable goals. Don't do something that's this grand thing that's going to take you forever to do. It's going to ruin your confidence. So go for those shorter bursts of stories you could finish, and you'd find yourself feeling a little bit better about that. Also, don't try to be perfect. It's not going to be, and that's okay. What you do perfectly now will be terrible to you in the next couple years. The goal is to improve. You're getting better and better, so looking back, you're not going to think that's great anyway. So just do the best you can right now. Put your best foot forward and get that thing out there. Overcome your fear of judgment. Maybe you won't be the next best-selling artist. That's completely fine. You're going to find your people that are super fans of your work. That's what you want. You don't need the mass audience, right? That's very overrated. So just do the best you can right now, and don't worry about what the naysayers or negative comments. Just make what you want to make, and it comes from the heart. Take it from me. I've went through it, and I'm still going through it with certain projects that I may need help on. Certain projects that I hope to God are being forever projects. I'm going to get some friends to help me with it. But currently, my goal is to make a bunch of different stories, and like you see in the book I showed you before, have a compilation of stories, anthology, if you will, in comics. That would be really cool. What if you went to a convention with your anthology of different stories and your editor, and maybe your future editor, came up and was like, this is great. And you're hired off of different stories, right? Not just one big arching story. You know, whatever works for you. But again, good luck, guys, and let me see what you make. Good luck. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.